The Awa people. The Awa are an indigenous people of Brazil who live in the Amazon rainforest. Their population numbers around 350 individuals, 100 of whom live in complete isolation from the outside world. They are considered to be under extreme threat due to conflicts with logging interests encroaching on their land. The Awa speak the Gwaja language, which belongs to the Tupi-Guarani language family. They originally lived in settled communities, but adopted a nomadic lifestyle around the year 1800 to escape raids by Europeans. History of the Awa people. During the 19th century, the Awa came under increasing attack from European settlers in the region, who cleared much of the forest from their territory. Starting around 1800, the Awa increasingly adopted a nomadic way of life to avoid European invaders. From the mid-1980s onward, some members of the Awa moved into government-established settlements. However, most managed to maintain their traditional lifestyle, relying on the forest for their livelihood, in nomadic groups of a few dozen people, with little or no contact with the outside world. In 1982, the Brazilian government secured a $900 million loan from the World Bank and the European Union. One of the loan's conditions was the demarcation and protection of lands belonging to several indigenous groups, including the Awa. This was especially important for the Awa, whose forests were increasingly being invaded by outsiders. Many tribe members had been killed by settlers, and the forests they depended on were being destroyed due to logging and land clearing for agriculture. Without government intervention, the extinction of the Awa and their culture would have seemed highly likely. However, the Brazilian government was extremely slow to meet its obligations. It took 20 years of persistent pressure from activist organizations like Survival International and earlier the Rainforest Peoples Program before the Awa's lands were finally demarcated in March 2003.
Meanwhile, invasions of their lands and a series of massacres reduced their numbers to about 300 people, with only around 60 still living their traditional lifestyle based on hunting and gathering. In late 2011, illegal loggers burned an 8-year-old Awa girl alive after she wandered outside her village. The murder occurred inside a protected area in the state of Maranhão. Luis Carlos Guajararas, a leader from another indigenous group, said the girl was killed as a warning to other indigenous communities living in the protected region.
According to the Indigenous Missionary Council, around 450 indigenous people were killed between 2003 and 2010. An investigation revealed that the mentioned Awa camp had been destroyed by loggers. According to Survival International, a human rights organization that advocates for tribal peoples and calls the Awa the most threatened tribe on Earth, the Awa forests are now disappearing faster than any other indigenous territory in the Brazilian Amazon. In April 2012, Survival International launched a global campaign supported by actor Colin Firth to protect the Awa people. In September 2012, Brazil's Indian Affairs Department claimed that loggers were just 6 kilometers, or 3.7 miles, away from the Awa River.